को छुई है, मेरे दिल का फसाना है, तुमसे मिलने का बहाना है। कहाँ हो तुम, मंजिलों का इशारा है, न कोई शक है न कोई इरादा है। मुझे समझाए कोई क्यों, न जानू मैं न जाने तू। मुझे समझाए कोई क्यों, न जानू मैं न जाने तू। है दिल पे सबर, मैं जाऊं किधर। हाँ बदलती बहारें हैं, तेरे इंतजार के सहारे हैं। कहाँ हो तुम, हाँ को सरते सितारे हैं, न जाने खोए हैं या वो हमारे हैं। कहाँ हो तुम, कहाँ हो तुम, कहाँ हो तुम, कहाँ हो तुम। मुझे समझाए कोई क्यों, मुझे समझाए कोई क्यों। न जानू मैं न जाने तू, न जानू मैं न जाने तू। है दिल पे सबर, मैं जाऊं किधर। कहाँ हो तुम, न संभलती ये राहें हैं। कहाँ हो तुम, मेरी नजरों पे साए हैं। कहाँ हो तुम, मैं तुम्हें ढूंढ लाऊंगा। कहाँ हो तुम, हम जमाने से पराए हैं। कहाँ हो तुम, कहाँ हो तुम, कहाँ हो तुम, कहाँ हो तुम। Speak in tones before, but for you I could write a symphony. If only you could sing along, it doesn't even need to be in.
Hello everyone, welcome to Kaleidoscope 2021. So just a little bit about Kaleidoscope. Kaleidoscope is one of the largest intercollegiate youth festivals in Mumbai, hosted by Sapphire College for Women. A student initiative, the fest has been one of the most popular and innovative festivals in the city for more than 3 decades now. Participation at Kaleidoscope sees 70 plus established and popular colleges from all across the country and the city. This year, our theme is the indie imprint. It's the first time that we're going online, but we look forward to going offline. Hi, Nicole. I'd like you to take over.
Hi, everyone. I would just like this moment to thank our official partners for this year. Our title partner, Decathlon India, official leather merch partner, Scratch, official app partner, Awestruck, official cake sponsor, and Cakes, official iced tea partner, Brew House, official panel partner, BTS Coffee India, official dine-in partner, Pop Days India, official gift bag partner, Pataka Studio, official apparel partner, Fishore, and our official styling partner, Gatsby India. We thank you so much for being on board with Kaleidoscope 2021. Over to Anushka.
Thank you so much, Nicole. Thank you. So one of the many events that receives a lot of hype is PR Team's panel. In the past years, we've had a great response of various celebrities using our platform to share their views and place their opinions at a public platform, all while influencing young men and women. Our panels in the past years have been on topics like LGBTQIA plus expression, hashtag trending beauty and lifestyle. The panel topic for this year is Making It Big, where we intend to feature artists who were able to build up their career in the industry without having much support from those already in it. Panel is fairly a young event. It not only provokes people to think, but also motivates them to do better and never give up. The panel floor for Kscope 2021 is being opened by 4 panelists, Meghna Kamdar, Nayantara, Paras Zutshi, and Alfia Kareem Khan. I'd now like to introduce our panelists. Meghna Kamdar. Hi, Meghna.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great. So Meghna is a banker turned baker, TEDx speaker, food blogger, and social media influencer, whose social media handle, Meghna's Food Magic, has millions of followers across platforms like Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, Pinterest, etc. Having won Living Foods Epicurean Guild Award as Food Instagrammer of the Year, Meghna is quite popular for her teaching methodology, making complicated appearing dishes look simple to make for her viewers. Her mission is to promote home-cooked food. Meghna is known to teach gourmet-style cakes and desserts so that her students and viewers can make it at home. Apart from YouTube, you would also find Meghna's recipe videos, kitchen hacks on the QTV and the Times Food as well. In fact, recently Meghna launched a new channel, Meghna's Food Magic in Tamil, for viewers from South who have challenges in Hindi content. Next up, we have Paras Zutshi. Hi, Paras.
Hey man, hey. Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
So Paras is an actor and producer from India. He was a banker and now also the director of a fashion brand named Donna and Lord. He's actively working in the film and television industry and has been associated as an actor with John Abraham Entertainment, Star Plus, Colors TV, All Balaji, to name a few. Next, we have Nayantara. Hello, Nayantara. Welcome back.
Hi, thank you.
Yes, Nayantara is a trans model and a fashion blogger from India. Her ascent to India's fashion scene was rapid as she became the face of a Viacom campaign that aired on MTV, Comedy Central, etc. Over the years, she's been associated with brands such as Levi's, Nike, Pepsi, Flipkart, Amazon, and many more. In addition to appearing on the jury of various fashion shows across the country, Nayantara is also a fashion styling guest lecturer. We're really glad to have you here, Nayantara. Next up, we have Alfia. Hi, Alfia.
Hello, hi.
Hello. Established in the year 2015, Trend Elite talks about the modest fashion aiming to inspire women who find confidence in coverage. Her love for fashion, beauty, and skincare clearly reflects from her Instagram account that has a family of over 150,000 followers. Her content has been engaged by millions of people all across the globe, being featured under the top 50 bloggers magazine. She's also made it to various fashion news articles born on Instagram, newsletters, and much more. Hello, panelists. We're so glad to have you here.
Thank you so much for having me.
So true. Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Let's get started with our panel. Meghna, the first question is for you.
Yes.
You could introduce yourself. And my first question to you is, banking to baking, when and why did you decide that you want to actively create content? Tell us about your ups and downs in your journey.
Actually, it's not decided decision that okay, fine. I want to just shift it from banking to baking. It just that happened that after 14 years of long banking job, and then I became mother one day, and after having a baby, it was difficult to get back to the same banking world, because we all know that banking world is a pretty hectic world and there is no fixed timing. And with that newborn baby, it was not possible at all. And before that, I have just worked, never cooked at all. And my story is quite famous that I didn't even know that how to boil milk, or I didn't know how to make simple dal chawal. The cooker got blasted also first day off in the Sasural. So that was my first impression. And my sas got very scared, and she after that said that please do whatever you want to do, but do not enter into the kitchen. We cannot have this kind of bomb blast every now and then. So that's what that's what my initial days. And after having a baby, when you have that newborn baby and when you see a baby growing up with that unhealthy food choices around us, then you definitely feel very bad as a mother. And I think I didn't have any other option left than to be at home. And what I thought was only this corner or this corner four walls is where I can do some work and I can satisfy my creative kida, you can say. And I started learning after that. And so I told you that I couldn't be a full-time student of your college, and I picked up the small courses. And yeah, that's how my baking journey started. And uh, I think after that I started baking it for the family, then you start doing it for the friends, and then your baking get appreciated and people start just saying that okay fine, bake cake for my son's birthday or my daughter's birthday. That's how it started. And um, that will give you confidence as well, that okay fine, you are doing something good, so that people they are asking you to do their, because birthday or anniversaries are very special days. So if they want you to do some special part of that, that is cake, that means you are doing somewhere good job. And from there my journey got started, and today here I am.
Absolutely. And we love that for you. I mean, if you wouldn't have been there, we probably would not have so many cooking and desserts and cake videos. And I literally have so many friends who are who know you and who are like, oh, we love her videos. So
Oh, that's so sweet of you. Thank you so much.
right. Hello, Paras. My next question is for you.
Yep.
So when did you decide that you wanted to become an actor, and how supportive was your environment?
Okay, so the journey started back when I was okay. So my father's been in the industry, so I always had this kida of watching films and trying to enact a Bollywood scene back when I was a kid, and really didn't feel like that I would develop into something that I would be doing what I'm doing today. And just like any other kid, I had various dreams of becoming a doctor or probably an engineer or a pilot or something like that. And as I grew, then I figured that something that's really close to me and where I feel in free is to act. And so I got down to Bombay when I was 21, and I did an acting course from an institute over here. And unfortunately, I fell sick, so I had to go back to my hometown, which is Delhi. Then, since I told you guys, I'm a banker turned actor, so I started to work in a bank, yeah, called Citibank. I was working with them for about a year, and I had quit my job. And I told my basically my parents that I'm moving down to Bombay no matter what I was said and done. I'm going to pursue my dreams, and that's when the journey started. So about in 2015, I moved down to Mumbai, and my first day in Bombay was with one of the biggest casting directors in the film industry, which is Shanu Sharma. So apparently, I had back when you were a kid, so you come with a thought, oh my God, I'm going to meet Shanu Sharma. It's just films, things are going to work out, and I'm there, I'm done, yeah. So I basically my thought process was as such that yeah, I've nailed it, I've made it. It's just something I have an audition. Probably I'll do my best, and I'm going to crack that film, and I'm going to get launched. And so the journey started, and from there, then I did what I had to do as an actor. As I joined a theater group, I learned my craft, and I'm at it. We all keep learning as an actor. You have to keep learning every day, day in, day out. And I learned my craft, and I started to give auditions and started to understand what the city is all about, how the people work here, how people think, which was very different from where I had come. And it was totally a shock to me, honestly, if I'm not lying. I'm not lying to you about that. It was like a proper, like a total shock of me. And but then I did adjust to it eventually and gradually. And there I am. I've made my mark a little bit, what I feel in my head. And yeah, I'm probably on the way, on the path to becoming what I want to do and what I want to become.
Right. I absolutely loved how Meghna and Paresh was like, oh, banking, and then left the job, and like
I
totally,
think
they were totally
banking
relating.
banking is maybe, banking is teaching us to be a confident for whatever you are into, or whatever you wanted to get into. So that banking experience is,
Correct.
I think, in my life, it was like quite, you really feel that it's very hectic, or you just feel every day that doing the same thing. And sometimes you just say that, अरे अभी तो घर गए थे, वापस यहाँ पे आ गए. So it just gives the feeling that, कि एक घंटा पहले तो घर गए थे, and again you are back in the office. So I think all that working under the pressure and all that has helped, and I think made us a better person, or you can take any kind of challenges if you have worked in the bank.
How there is a say, guys, that like anything and everything that you do in your life comes useful and can become useful to you if you know how
Yes.
to use it in the latter part or whenever it is in your life. I think that does happen. So whatever I've like done in that process of about 11 months, I think I have used it, some of the things from there to the world and to the life that I'm living in right now. So yeah,
True.
so I won't deny that didn't really help. That's probably not something that I'm good at, because this is something that comes naturally to me. Corporate is not my like, not demeaning anybody, but corporate something is not that comes like naturally enough to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's something that I learned from there, is something that is useful now, and I do use things from what I've learned before. Yeah.
Definitely, definitely. And when you talked about giving so many auditions, I'm sure it was extremely exhausting. But the
Oh yeah.
fact that you're here, we're really proud of you. All of us at Kscope, we're really, really proud of you.
Thanks a ton. Thanks a ton. Means a lot.
Nayantara, my next question is for you. Hello. So my question is,
Hi.
how did you initially react to the response from people around and on the internet? And with regards to being able to pursue fashion and owning your identity?
So my backstory is that modeling was not my plan. I never wanted to be a model. So it was not something I planned. It just happened to me very out of the blue. So I moved to Bombay for my undergraduation, and when I was in uni, the last year, the last bit of my first year in uni, it happened to me, and so yeah, it just happened to me very out of the blue, and I think it just changed my life in so many ways because it was plenty. And I think I became that because of my profession as a model. I think I started exploring myself more and discovering my feminine energy that was otherwise concealed because of the societal pressure, because of my professions. I think fashion became my medium for self-expression to kind of express myself to the world. And till late, like it's been 3-4 years as a model, and I always feel that I think it has just helped me discover myself more. And I always feel that being in front of the camera is my comfort space where I can get to express myself. And as for the reactions, I think back in like that time when I just started off as a model, I think me being a trans woman, I think there was a lot of expectation. There was a lot of body of work. But again, this was not something I pursued. It just happened to me accidentally. So I was okay, even if like I was like, I first of all didn't even know that this is going to be my career. I was just in college, I was studying, I was in uni. So somehow it grew to be a career. It just happened to me, and I think it was just meant to be. So I think it's been great. Of course, there has been lot of overwhelming scenarios. I don't think there is enough representation for the trans community in India yet, but we're getting there. We have a long way to go, so I am hopeful about it. But for me, it's been great. So yeah, because it just happened to me. So yeah, thank
Right. We're really, really glad to have you here. And, when you talked about us exploring and trying to find our identity, I think there's literally so many of us who are still questioning our identity. And it's role models like you that we look up to. So, really glad that you exist. Hello, Alfia. My next question is for you.
Yes, shoot.
Right. Okay. So, when you started off, did you ever fear unsolicited judgment from people online? And if yes, how did you overcome that fear?
To be honest, when I started, I was 17, and I belong to a Muslim family, and like our background is not very broad-minded. Women are expected to probably cover themselves, not really just even have their own WhatsApp display. It was a big thing, when I started, I was in my college and I was actually pursuing science, and it was not going well with me. My parents really wanted to see me as a doctor, and because I was always this girl, like we are three sisters, so I was one of those who was like someone who would get good grades, टीचर की फेवरेट, सब जगह सबकी फेवरेट. सो मेरे पेरेंट्स को लगता था कि इसी से सारी उम्मीद है अब ये डॉक्टर बनेगी, मतलब खानदान में पहली डॉक्टर यही होगी. And even though I was not very inclined towards that, I was very much interested towards the creative side of the world. Like I told my parents that I wanted to do event management, etc. They took me to an aptitude test, और उसमें भी आया that I should do something creative. But my mom is counter questioning that डॉक्टर अगर ये पढ़ेगी तो हो जाएगा ना इससे डॉक्टरी. तो शी इज लाइक हाँ मेहनत करेगी तो हो जाएगा. And I'm like, what the hell is happening? So my parents really sort of pressurize me कि नहीं कर लो, try करके देखो whatever happens. So now being a person who used to really like top the grades, मेरे कॉलेज में जब मैं साइंस कर रही थी मेरे ग्रेड्स बहुत बुरी तरह से गिर गए थे. Like I was failing subject. It was really taking a toll on my morale, and my self confidence had really gone down. That's when मैंने ना देखा कि तब it was not a big thing. There were only a few Indian creators like Santoshi, Ashna, Shroff, etc. They were doing really well in the industry, and तभी blog का जमाना था. Like you need to have a proper website where you're writing stuff and you're writing a blog and you're having posting pictures. So I was really inspired, and I'm like, even I want to do something like this. It just sort of just hit me, and I told my best friend कि करूँ क्या. She's like कर. I told her कि देखिए मैं मम्मी डैडी को तो नहीं बताने वाली हूँ because वो लोग नहीं मानेंगे. And I mean I don't even know much at what will I explain to them कि मैं कर क्या रही हूँ. मैं रोज जाती थी कॉलेज, ऐसे प्रैक्टिकल्स होने के बाद आई यूज्ड टू लाइक टेक पिक्चर्स एंड आई स्टार्टेड पोस्टिंग ब्लॉग्स इंस्टाग्राम पे भी थोड़े बहुत. आई थिंक मेरे 15 के या उसके आसपास होंगे. एंड एवरी डे मेरे को बस यही डर था कि मेरे पेरेंट्स तक ये बात ना पहुंचे कि मैं कर क्या रही हूँ, क्योंकि मतलब एवरी डे आई गो टू द कॉलेज, आई हैव अ फ्रेंड हैज अ DSLR, हम फोटो खींच रहे डाल रहे, एंड आई फील कि ये बहुत दूर है, मतलब मेरे पेरेंट्स तक पहुंचेगा ही नहीं. Then suddenly in a wedding I go to, and there is this lady who comes and she's like, oh, like she's like looking ऊपर नीचे ऐसे एकदम, देखा मैंने आपका blog, and I'm like, oh shit, my hands are shivering कि भाई ये जाके मम्मी तक, because she was like me very close to the family, मतलब relatives ही थे. तो आई वाज लाइक स्वेटिंग. तो धीरे धीरे माय पेरेंट्स स्टार्टेड कमिंग टू नो कि क्या क्या हो रहा है, मतलब फोटोज पोस्ट किए जा रहे हैं ऐसे वैसे एंड ऑल ऑफ इट. एंड आई वाज ऑलवेज इनटू मॉडर्न फैशन. लाइक आई न्यू दैट covering my body used to give me like max encouragement, and the confidence that I got was like none other. But still वो भी बहुत extra हो जाता है when you belong to a family who is not that broad minded. सो मेरे को तो सोसाइटी का डर था ही नहीं. मेरे को मेरे माँ बाप का डर था, इफ दे कम ना मेरी क्या हालत होने वाली. सो parents eventually got to know, and then they started blaming that as the reason why my grades are also going down. And we used to like fight so much, and I used to just tell them that it's a hobby, like I'm just doing it for fun, like there is nothing serious agenda that I want to become a model. उनको लगता था कि ये मॉडलिंग है, मतलब मैं बिकिनी शूट करवाऊंगी, ऐसे सब उनके ख्याल आते थे. And I used to not be able to explain it to them because I was not that person. I just expected my parents to understand and kind of just let me go with the flow. तो उनको फिर मालूम पड़ा whatever, and it has been very difficult on me with respect to my own family, my own relatives. I took my account down also when I was at 20K. My relatives, the guys in, you know, दूर दूर के रिश्तेदार, they used to like DM me, और बहुत ऐसे वल्गर डीएम्स भेजने लग गए कि तुम क्या कर रही हो, तुम खानदान का नाम खराब कर रही हो, you are, you know, showing yourself, you are portraying yourself and what not. And my major like what do you call it, people who would take confidence down would be the people that I knew, my own relatives, my own whatever. So it was very difficult for me with respect to that. I actually took my account down because it was taking so much. Like मेरे entrance clear नहीं हो रहे हैं, उसके बाद मेरे parents भी मेरे से खुश नहीं हैं. Everyone's just like coming and saying bullshit in my DMs. And it was just like so hard कि मैंने अपना account बंद कर दिया था. And I think that is one decision that I really regret, because तब मैं 20K पे थी, which was like I think 6-7 years ago, which was also a big deal. फिर बाद में मैंने account बंद कर दिया, and then I rejoined after a few months, especially when, you know, people who were like my friends, मेरे friends के friends, they were like, you were doing so good, why did you stop? That is when I resumed again कि चलो ठीक है, let's give it a try, whatever. But मेरे लिए opinion सिर्फ मेरे parents के मुझे matter करते थे, because I always wanted them to be on the same page. It was a battle, like it still is a battle. Even today we fight on the same things, like not that crazy, but थोड़ी बहुत जोक होती रहती है. My parents are still like, you're still going to do this only, this is your career, ये नहीं चाहते थे, हाँ हमको चाहिए था तुम ये बन जाओ वो बन जाओ. And I'm just like, but मैं यहाँ हूँ, like I did it. I mean, this is everyone's dream, and it was my dream also. So if I'm living here, what is the problem? So for me, my only battle has been with my family and my relatives. People have been, you know, nasty in the DMs, but it did not really matter to me. Yeah, that's about my story.
Thank you, Alfia, for sharing that. And you know, when you talked about your best friend encouraging you to, okay, you know, make your account, and then all of a sudden it became very scary. I remember I made my Facebook account and I was so scared कि मम्मी को पता पड़ गया तो बैंक बच जाएगी. I swear to God. But despite all of that, despite all the nasty comments, I am really glad that you remade your account, and you know the pace that you are today, the position that you hold right now. We're really proud of you, and all of those people who supported you. I want to say a big thank you to all of them.
I swear, yeah. I mean, even if there was just like one best friend of mine who was pushing me, मेरे को वो तभी भी बहुत लगता था कि there is at least one person who thinks that I am capable of it. I had to it was a battle, like I mentioned. So even one person supporting you is just like everything, and you just कभी-कभी ऐसा होता है कि वो एक person भी नहीं होता है तुम्हारे life में, and it's just you who still believes in you, and if you still like go ahead and pursue your dreams, later you just want to thank yourself ki thank God I did not give up, because it was all worth it.
Definitely. And big thanks to your best friend, and big thanks to you for believing in yourself. We're really proud of you. Meghna, hi. Next question.
Yes.
So, cooking and baking is your passion.
Yes.
How does it feel to turn your passion into your profession? So what would you want to say to the people who are still figuring out how to do this?
Actually, I would say that see, wherever like whatever you are doing, which you always wanted to do, and that you turn into your profession or your career, that like nothing like it. If when you do that, you will do it with your 100%, you do it with your full passion, and somewhere you enjoy that so much that reflects in your work as well. Like as I told you, when I was in the bank, and unlike Paras, mine was 14 years, not 11 months. So all that 14 years, I was just thinking, as I told you, like, you know, every day you used to feel that अरे अभी तो घर गए और एक घंटे में वापस आ गए. And sometimes it happens like with me, my office was in Nariman Point and I used to stay in Andheri, so you can imagine like traveling time as well. So literally you just feel that there is no time. What I am doing is just living in the train or in the office. So you always feel like you have to push yourself to go to the work, where here you just feel like every day morning, you just feel like, okay, fine, today I want to do this, or I want to do that, or I want to make this video, or let's talk with viewers, or just do the live. So every day you feel like, okay, fine, there is new energy, or compared to all other our guest today, I think I am the grandma here. So if I will feel like that way, that every day morning when I wake up, and I first thing runs into my mind is, okay, fine, today I want to do this. So that will always give you that kind of a kick and bring that smile on your face. And when you work with the smile, that reflects in your work, and I think that will take you somewhere, that is for sure. So always, as I totally agree with Ms. Khan, that she didn't pursue the science or doctor thing, and she went for her calling. So if you follow that, and if you follow that, and if you give your 100% to that, and if you are ready to be a student all your life, and then nothing will stop you. Like, then it will take you somewhere, definitely, for sure. So yeah,
Right.
you feel good about it.
Yeah, thank you so much, Meghna, for sharing that. And all those people who are still figuring out, how do you turn your passion into your profession? I hope you guys are taking notes.
The first thing is, like, hear your calling, that is for sure. And once you know that you are at the right track or right path, you are not doing something which is you shouldn't be doing it, or disappointing stuff. Like today's new generation, they always want to, like, do one thing, that is like, want to be a famous, or we want some kind of numbers around us, and overnight we want to be a famous. So just go on the right track, keep working hard, follow your
definitely. I mean, there are so many school girls who like message us that I don't want to study, I want to do YouTube as content creation, and it really hits me कि भाई पहले पढ़ाई तो कर लो. उनको लगता है कि ये सब कुछ इतना आसानी से हमको मिल गया, and even they want to get all the fandom this easy. And when you, it's like, I cannot sit and tell you how personal struggle was, but please, हमने भी पढ़ाई के साथ किया. Even I have done a 9 to 5 to make sure that okay, I have a backup. ऐसा नहीं है कि हम सब छोड़ छाड़ के बस we heard our calling and we went through it. No, उसके साथ साथ हमने बहुत पापड़ भी बेले हैं.
In fact, everyone has to just have to have a plan A and plan B. That's what I believe. I never believed in just plan A, that I have a plan A and I know that it will going to be success. It will never be like this way. So there has to be plan A and plan B. Even some viewers, they write me also that you have been so lucky that aapka ye ho gaya. I said there is nothing like that. You see today's date, you see today's, like, today's day, you are not like seeing my struggle of so many years, like my 14 years job, and then there is 6 long years hard work, and then today's day has come. So just don't see that aaj ka din. So just don't go for the shortcuts.
Like people will text me saying you're so lucky you get things for free, and I'm like, bro, nothing in this world is for free. तुमको कुछ भी नहीं मिलने वाला है. 5 साल पहले मैं जो होती, और अगर तब तो मेरे को ब्रांड्स भाव भी नहीं देते थे. अब I have worked so much. मैंने like the entire lockdown where the whole world was shut, content creators made most of their time. मतलब हम फिर भी काम कर रहे थे, and we were constantly working. I don't remember a single day when I was like, जाने देना, पूरी दुनिया तो बंद है. Every day we were like on our toes, ये करना है, वो करना है, because it was the best time for us to boost. And उनके लिए बहुत easy हो जाता है to say things like free, lucky. भाई hard work लगा है यहाँ तक पहुंचने.
But that's because people only, I'm sorry to cut you, but that's because people only, they tend to focus only on the end product.
Result.
Correct. Nobody.
That's what I said. Like, don't see that today is 19th December and on 19th December you are here. Don't see that. There are so many 19 Decembers
that have gone
then
by.
We have come here.
Correct.
Exactly. Yeah.
Nobody wants to really think about the journey that one has to go to reach that particular point. सबको ऐसा है कि बस अभी चाहिए, अभी मिल जाए, कि मैं अभी शुरू करूं, मुझे मेरे साथ अभी हो जाए. It's like that in any field.
It's also because the generation really believes that overnight success is a thing. मतलब उनको सीरियसली लगता है कि एक उनकी रील वायरल हो जाएगी एंड दे विल बी कास्टेड इन लाइक फिल्म्स एंड नेटफ्लिक्स शोज, बट इट्स नॉट हाउ
No,
इट
no, no,
वर्क्स.
no.
आई मीन इतना इजी नहीं है. वो उनको लगता है कि ओ शिट, ये तो सिर्फ वाइन्स बनाता था, अब तो ये नेटफ्लिक्स के शो में आ रहा है, अब तो ये डांस इंडिया डांस में आ रहा है. भाई उसने इतना कुछ किया है 5 साल. जब तुम लोग
Correct.
जानते नहीं थे ना, तभी भी वो कंटेंट बना रहा था. लाइक नोबडी न्यू. एंड it's such a long journey. People are not aware of it. They just see the highlights कि वो ये हुआ है इसके लाइफ में. So this is the dot that I also have to follow, and it's going to be that simple.
Nobody has that abracadabra thing, you know. We all have worked so hard, yeah. So,
Correct. I think it's everybody works their, you know, their the way they can.
yeah.
And
I got
into,
it.
yeah.
Parth.
And like you really and honestly, because when push comes to shove, you don't have an option. You only have to work, and you have to work. Like people who probably would run after a one night thing, so you know, उसके results भी फिर वैसे ही होते हैं.
Yes.
So someone who's been constant enough with the journey of his or her own journey and as to into whatever they are doing, then the gains that you get, the rewards that you get, then stay with you also.
Yeah.
Look, in my field, in acting field also, there are so many examples like Pankaj Tripathi, Nawaz, Rajkumar Rao, because they work their butts off for nights and days. And that is why you see them right now. मैं अभी पंकज त्रिपाठी को देखता हूँ तो मुझे लगता है अरे यार बहुत अच्छी एक्टिंग करता है. तो ऐसा नहीं है कि वो आज के टाइम में इसलिए अच्छी एक्टिंग कर रहा है बिकॉज वो आज सिनेमा के सामने आ गया है. देयर हैव बीन years that he has spent and so many auditions, so many theater plays, I don't know, so many days here and there, whatever, in front of the camera, off the camera, and that is why he is here right now. So you have to work no matter what.
I mean,
shortcuts,
definitely, if your passion becomes your profession, nothing like it.
nothing
but it
like
doesn't,
that. Yeah.
but ऐसा नहीं है कि you just have this thing कि भाई मेरे को मेरे passion को profession बनाना है. I'm gonna shut all the doors. It's not how it works. This is not a movie. It's real life. And if I mean, everyone has their own people to answer. I have my parents. वो लोग मुझे पूछेंगे कि भाई क्या सोचा है? What are you doing? Which is why even I had to do like a 9 to 5 job, because obviously I love being on camera. I love creating content, but paise, will it sustain me? No, I mean it wasn't.
Correct.
Which is why I had to do a 9 to 5. उसके बाद मेरे को अगर Sunday एक दिन off मिला था, then I used to create content. Then again, you know, just the whole cycle used to go. For your passion to become your profession, there is so much that goes into like.
And when your passion pays your bills, then obviously it's a different feeling altogether.
Yeah, definitely.
Divine, there's a rapper called Divine. I'm sure all of you.
Yeah,
all
obviously.
of you guys know. But उसकी एक line है जो passion ना तो पैसे वो passion नहीं सिखाता है. और जो मतलब उसका कहने का मतलब ये है कि जो passion पैसे देता है ना, वो passion सिखाता है. वो सिखाता है. Yes. But yeah, it is there like you. I also personally feel that you just can't be dependent on one thing. You have to first. You have to figure it out. You have to figure it out.
True.
Your own way.
Definitely, I think I agree with all three of you. And you know, as Alfia pointed out, that people just see the highlights and they're like, okay, yeah, they just got lucky, and they do not see the efforts that went in all these years. So I think I really, really appreciate that, like you guys saying and pointing that out. I'm going to move on to the next question, which is for Nayantara. Hi, Nayantara. Right.
Hi.
My next question is for you. How do you think one must respond to negative aspects one comes across in their journey? Maybe something that inculcated in your own life itself?
I mean, it's very easy to say that. You know, then you stop doing the jam, you stop hearing the jam, and you just do your own thing, and everything else is just noise around you that you do not have to absorb. But again, we have to realize the fact that we're humans at the end of the day. Things that are thrown at us, of course, they do kind of affect us in our own ways, and they do stay with us because that's, I mean, simple human psychology, and it does. But I think it's just like, I think in the course of time, like from my personal experience, you know, like there were a lot of comments about first look and all of that. We, my personal circle, like my close friends, gangs, and all of that. They were like these, like in good humor, you say certain things that's meant to be just like casual jokes, and friends are around, just pass certain comments, and you're not supposed to get offended by could be at anyone because they're supposed to be just like in good humor and just like have a good time laughing at it. But somehow I wasn't the kind of person who with whom that would sit well with. So I think it's about just kind of knowing what you let affect you. What I have understood over years as a model and as a trans woman is that people are going to say no matter. They will just have things to say like no matter what you do good, you do bad, or whatever it is, and you cannot really shut the gap of the people. So I think just focusing on your journey and just doing your thing. Of course, you can block people off. I mean, if it's a stupid, nasty comment like Alfia said. You can kind of block them if it's in your capacity to do so. But all the time, you can't really go around to every person that's making these comments and kind of like having a one-to-one interaction with them because it's not really possible. I have reached a place mentally in my life, both professionally and personally, where a lot of things don't really matter to me. Like, even if it's coming from my own parents, I mean, many of you may not agree with it. But, uh, like I would really agree
Hi, Nayantara. I'm really sorry to cut you off, but your video is lagging a lot. Is there a way you can fix it?
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I think it's
Yes.
better. Like I'm so into what you want to say. I really want to like listen what you're saying, but I think the video is lagging so much and like we really want to know what you're saying. So
Me
please
too, me
fix
too.
it. Yeah.
Right.
Sorry, I'm at a hotel and I think the hotel Wi-Fi is really bad. Can
Now
you
it's
hear me
better,
now?
probably.
I think it's
Okay.
better.
Okay, so I was just saying I can really relate to what Atia said about the parents, but she coming from a Muslim family. I mean, I come from a well-educated family, but again, at the same time, they are quite transphobic. So, like, they kind of felt like I moved to Bombay for my higher studies. So they kind of felt like Bombay spoiled me, and parents have weird notions and they mostly get affected by what your relatives talk about. So, I wanted, I could have taken all of these that my parents' opinions about what I am doing because people have all sorts of negative notions about a model that you're characterless and all sorts of stupid stuff. And if I wanted to, I could have absorbed that. It could have affected me. But I feel like even if it's coming from your own parents, sometimes you just have to draw a line. Like you're not going to listen to things even if it's coming from people that are very close to you. So like she said, you have to do your thing because ultimately, maybe when you reach there, you never know. It could prove them wrong, and a lot of realization might hit them. She is doing it, and it might happen. But even if it, regardless of whether you reach there or not, I feel like you should just listen to your heart, and that's the kind of headspace I am in right now. And no matter what anybody has to say, until I feel like doing something, I'm just gonna listen to what I want. I don't mind repeating myself.
Right. Thank you so much, Nayantara. And the thing that you said about parents not understanding it, and like a lot of times they go to the extent of saying that maybe this is just a phase, which can be very, very
Yeah,
heartbreaking sometimes.
yeah,
As Alfia previously said, and you said it again, that the important thing is doing your part and believing in yourself, and that's
yeah,
really
yeah.
something to think about. Right, Alfia, we come to you again.
Yes.
Hi. So my question to you is, what has been a personal milestone in your journey?
I think definitely number one has to be my parents being on the same page. जो जो मेरे लिए सबसे बड़ा टास्क रहा है. I always wanted them to be happy. मतलब ऐसा ऐसे एक ultimate goal था. Like I remember when I was a young girl, all I wanted is कि my parents should be proud of me. Like I'm that person. It was very difficult. मतलब every day is a struggle. कि तुम कितना भी कर लो, there is something or the other there. Like कि यार, like recently my dad was like, I want you to be a businesswoman. And my mom is like, I think you should get married. And I'm like, bro, what the hell? Oh God, like I am sick of letting you guys know what I really want to do, and they still don't take me seriously. मतलब उनको लगता है अभी भी मैं मजाक कर रही हूँ when I say it that I want to be like a full-time content creator, and this is a thing. Like please समझ जाओ.
Same.
But I think they will
Yeah.
never. I mean, I think they will never fully understand because that is how brown parents are. Like they will have to contradict you. अगर उन्होंने मान गए, yeah, they understand you. Then तो society तो उनको खा जाएगी. Like they also have to be like नहीं हम तो मना करते हैं, ये फिर भी अपनी ही करती है. उनको बोलने के लिए वो रहना चाहिए. So that has been one struggle. Though I don't know when will I even reach a milestone. कि okay, my parents are like 100% in it. But as my journey as a content creator, touching the mark of 100K was definitely on my list for so long. I mean, yeah, people say that, numbers and all of this and blah, blah, it does not matter, or, definitely. But if you are someone who's putting so much work and after 5 years, you really hit that mark, oh my God, my follower count is finally like 3 digits. I have like 100, and then there's a K in it. So वो अलग ही बहुत अच्छी feeling थी. I remember when that happened, I was not aware of it. And then my younger sister has been one of the people who have massively supported my dreams. I mean, if she was not there, it would have been so difficult because it's me versus my parents, right? So अगर मेरे को थोड़ा सा भी back end भी उसका support मिलता है, it matters a lot. So the mark of 100K was a huge thing for me, and I remember that I was crying because I dreamt of it. कि कैसा होगा? I know, I used to see people who would be there, and I was like, मैं कब पहुंचूंगी वहां पर? मेरा कब दिन आएगा? And I had it in my vision board of 2020 when the year started. मैंने सब लगा दिया था कि मुझे ये चाहिए, ये साल करना है. And after you put so much मेहनत the entire lockdown, जब तुम्हारे पास कुछ access नहीं है, like I had my photographer who like I have a team of people working with me, and I would not be able to work with them because of the pandemic. I used to manage everything on my own, और तभी मैंने मेहनत करके it was December mid when I touched 100K. I'm like, okay, done. I mean, मेरा ये पूरा साल का मेहनत अब जाके रंग लाई है. So that was one milestone for me, and I will always remember that day because it was so special. It's something that I waited for so long.
Right, definitely. And I think it's right when they say that, hard work pays off. So that's definitely there. And
So
even
true.
with parents, I feel like with a lot of people, it's this thing wherein their parents just wouldn't agree no matter how much you
Yeah.
try to, make them understand that, listen,
Yeah.
it's a thing now. Can you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, people would tell me कि तू बैठ के समझा उनको, you have to explain it to them in the like child language, उनको बताओ. मैंने किया है ट्राई यार, मैंने हर तरीका ट्राई कर लिया, प्यार से, रो के, जवाब दे के, चिल्ला के, चुप रह के, बात नहीं करके, गुस्सा रह के, सब ट्राई करके नहीं समझते, मतलब क्या बोल. And then people would come कि oh, your daughter is doing so good. हाँ हम तो बहुत प्राउड है इस पे, ये तो अच्छा ही कर रही है, ये तो खुद से है ना यार.
It's only when then the other person's coming and telling your parent that your child is doing so well.
Yeah. Then they are like ठीक है, चलो शर्मा जी के बेटे के साथ साथ मेरी बेटी भी है फेमस. So yeah, she is doing something right. So तब उनको मतलब 4 लोग के सामने अगर किसी ने अपने बच्चे की तारीफ कर दी, तब उनको लगता है कि चलो ठीक है, कर रहे जो कर रहे, कुछ तो ढंग का कर रहे हैं. इतना फोन के आगे लगे रहते हैं ये लोग, ये वो क्या करते हैं क्या पता. So तब जब when other people like my neighbors would come, everywhere I go, like touchwood, alhamdulillah, everywhere I go, there is one person at least coming and asking for a picture with with me, and my parents are just like, oh, मतलब कुछ तो है ये, मतलब जो भी कर रही है ठीक है, कुछ तो कर रही है कि it's going in the right path. And now they've understood. मतलब पहले like I mentioned, उनको लगता था कि मैं बिकिनी शूट करवाने जाऊंगी, छुप छुप के मैं ऑडिशन दूंगी और कोई डायरेक्टर मुझे फंसा लेगा और मैं मतलब वैसे एकदम मेरी मेरी फिल्म बन जाएगी, और मतलब उनका दिमाग सीधा वो क्राइम पेट्रोल वाले सेक्शन में चला जाता है. तो उनको समझाना इज लाइक, नहीं तुम बेटा, तुम जानते नहीं हो ये दुनिया कैसी है, तुम तो बच्चे हो, तुम मतलब शादी के लिए यू आर रेडी, बट व्हेन इट कम्स टू अदर थिंग्स, नहीं तुम बच्चे हो.
Definitely. Oh my God, so true. And even I feel like अभी जितने भी लोग हैं, we all get this comment from our parents कि हाँ पूरे टाइम फोन में ही लगे रहते हो.
Yeah.
Every time. But no, we're really, really glad that you are where you are. And it's because of your journey that, we were able to get you here. So, love that. All right, Meghna, coming back to you.
Yes.
I think you missed Paras's question, क्या second वाला, because हमारे discussion में I guess वो रह गया है.
Right. Right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for reminding me, Alfia. Paras, actually.
Yep.
Hi. So, expanding from acting to fashion, why did you decide to do that? And how demanding has this journey been for you?
I think we spoke about it. So it wasn't a sudden shift. It was more of a planned shift, I would say. That not a shift actually, just having an addition to it. Because so for me, I think so I started my label in 2019. So I had completed about 4 years in Mumbai. So 4 years in Mumbai felt like with acting that you need another stability in a job, like how you have a stability in a job, so you need something on the side. And designing is something that just came naturally to me. So I haven't done any course or anything like that, and it just happened. Like I started to export, and so from there I thought rather than exporting I should have my own label to add a little bit money in my pocket. So I just had basically nothing. I registered my brand and opened up my label and started to design clothes. And so it wasn't a sudden shift, it was a very planned sort of a shift, because like we were talking about it, कि एक चीज से कभी भी होता नहीं है जब तक आपके passion आपके bills pay नहीं करता है. Like for me, for example, I in my head have thought, as I'm sure all of us must have thought, that we want to see ourselves somewhere or the other, right? एक दिमाग में एक picture होती है, right? We all have कि कहीं तो देखते हैं हम अपने आप को. So I think मतलब मैं हमेशा, मेरे से अभी कोई पूछता भी है कि यार एक्टिंग करनी है नहीं करनी चाहिए, मतलब ऑनेस्टली मैं उनको ये बोलता हूँ कि सी लिसन, if you know for a fact or if you feel for a fact कि you can survive in the city, ठीक है, because there is survival also in the city, and if you can do that till the time you can do that, it's all good. Because the day you are wanting to do what you want to do is to act, but it's always dependent on the others also. It's, because everything is not in your hands. It's not like I can start acting tomorrow. It's something, my sort of world is sort of related to the audience, correct? So it's like a give and take with the audience. So if I do something the audience respects or likes it, is when I do something more, audience respects it or likes it even more, then I do something more, right? So I tell everybody and anybody who's apparently who's very new to the craft and was wanting to learn the craft, I always tell them that guys, or till the time you can survive in the city and can do well for yourself, it's all good, but you have to have like a plan B also, because see, it's a creative field by the end of the day. So it might work, it might not work. Let's not get into the thing of that it might not work. Let's be very optimistic that it will work and things will go according to the way that you want. But sometimes I just feel that life has different plans for you. Like you think about something कि मैं सोचूं कि यार मैं अगले 2 साल में ये कर लूंगा और मैं अचीव नहीं कर पाऊंगा वो, then what? So that's the only reason when I started to feel that, listen, I need to set up another business, so that I don't want to get irritated with my passion. I want to love my passion and I want to happily be at it. So I have to have something on the side, that's like a survival money, that makes me survive in the city, and mere kharche nikal jaye and I can have a life or whatever I do, and then I can also do the craft as the way I want to do it. So yeah, I'm sorry about.
Team Tech, can I have co-host privileges, please?
Yeah, I think there was some technical glitch that happened. Yeah.
Yes, we're really sorry about that. We'll just wait for Nayantara and Meghna to join, and then hello, Alfia, Faris. We're so sorry about this. Keeps happening online. Hi, Alfia, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Right. Hi, Paris and Alfia. I think we're just going to go ahead with your set of questions till the time Nayantara and
Yeah.
join us. Right. So, Alfia, my next question is for you. Now, being a content creator, do you face creativity blocks and how do you deal with it? And the self doubt that arises later?
I think I have not really like majorly faced creative block yet. मेरा उल्टा होता है मतलब ideas keep flowing और मेरे को मतलब I am this person जिसको नींद का बहुत problem है ठीक है मतलब I will only be able to sleep when I am like supremely tired and I need like complete silence. Like I even if someone's like breathing loud, I cannot around me. तो ऐसे होता है कि I have to ask my brain to shut up because मतलब आते ही रहते हैं ideas. It's just so crazy कि definitely when something is like constantly coming in your head at 4 a.m. all you want to do is just execute it right away, but that's not how it works. Like there is so much more brainstorming, research that will go into. So definitely with me it's the opposite. I have to ask my brain to shut up. But when it comes to being a social media content creator, you're like always active. Matlab, there's just like not even a minute off for you, because your life is online, and you're, even if you're just scrolling, there's some inspiration that's coming through. You're consuming content. When you're putting out content, you reply to DMs, comments, etc. Ye wo. There is one thing that I do whenever I feel like I really need to shut out, because sometimes it gets too overwhelming, and like you asked, is there a self doubt that arises every other day? ठीक है, 2 दिन छोड़ के हर तीसरा दिन I feel that I am not doing enough. Like I always feel कि मैं कहीं पे कुछ कम कर रही हूँ. आई डू नॉट डिजर्व टू बी वेयर आई एम. Maybe I'm not doing that good. Matlab, it's just that social media can really take a toll on your mental health, because you really care about numbers now. So like this thing is my full-time profession. I am into this, and this is my, this, like, I am an entrepreneur. Like this is my baby, this is my business. I take this seriously. I care about my numbers, be it with respect to finance or with respect to my insights. I really care about it. So अगर ऐसा होता है कि कोई दिन तुम्हारा engagement नीचे चला गया है, even by like 1%, 2%, it's just like, oh my goodness, what should I do? I mean, it's just not happening for me. मैं करूँ क्या करूँ? And then तुमको ऐसे लगता है कि कुछ नया करना है. Like you have to do something new, something that's gonna like break the internet. And then वो सोचने के लिए जो तुम्हारी हालत खराब होती है, because what new should I bring to the table? There's like, people are like crazy over the internet today. Everyone's a creator, and there's so much saturation happening. I take a digital detox. One day, like for 24 hours, I make sure that I am not using any sort of social media, be it Instagram, YouTube, WhatsApp, even. I make sure that it's a Monday, because weekends pe to agencies and brands hote hai Shan, and Monday is when there is so much pressure on them, and then they sort of transfer that to us. आज ही 2 वीडियो कब दे रहे हो, स्क्रिप्ट एंड ऑल ऑफ इट, बिकॉज इन्होंने तो वीकेंड मना लिया, हमारा तो वीकेंड पता ही नहीं चला, बिकॉज वीकेंड पे भी वी आर लाइक क्रिएटिंग समथिंग, डूइंग सम वर्क. तो मंडे को इतना प्रेशर आ जाता है ना, वो मंडे वाली फीलिंग मुझे बहुत ज्यादा इरिटेटिंग लगती है. बचपन से आई हेट, ऑब्वियसली वी ऑल हेट मंडेज. एंड आई फील कि अभी आई एम माई ओन बॉस. आई वांट टू टेक एन ऑफ ऑन मंडे. तो मैं आई पिक वन मंडे. I make all the brands and agencies go crazy, because they're trying to reach out to me. And everyone, like even my friends, I do not inform anybody, even my own mother. It is so crazy. The other day I was on a digital detox. तो ऐसे कभी होता नहीं कि मेरे Instagram पे कोई story नहीं गई है. I'm always posting something or the other. I might miss a feed post, but story पे कुछ ना कुछ जाएगा. So story पे कुछ भी नहीं था for 24 hours. My mom comes in the room and she's telling my sister, इसको बोल मुझे unblock करने, इसको अभी के अभी बोल मुझे unblock करने. My sister is like, अरे उसको unblock नहीं किया है, मुझे तो कुछ भी नहीं दिख रहा है, और उसने कुछ डाला ही नहीं, ऐसे कैसे हो सकता है? उसने बोला, अरे मम्मी वो डिजिटल डिटॉक्स है. बोली वो क्या होता है? तो उसने बोला कि वो नहीं यूज करेगी आज के दिन पे इंस्टाग्राम. Like yeah. So that is what I do. I shut off from any sort of calls, any sort of messages, any social media. And tab I sort of indulge into things that make me feel de-stressed, like meditation or walking or just sitting in the garden, because we have like a very nice space where birds are chirping, etc. I then take some time off with myself, and to realize कि मैं क्यों कर रही हूँ. Like I ask myself, why are you doing this? You're doing this for yourself, right? Because it gives you happiness. Definitely things will go ऊपर नीचे, and this is just like, this is how things work. Like in any sort of business, हमेशा तुमको तुम्हारा ग्राफ ऊपर नहीं जाएगा, अब नीचे भी जाने वाला है. So that is what I do when I feel like there is some self doubt that's coming in, when there is any sort of creative block, when I cannot think of anything out of the box. I just one day, 24 hours, I take a digital detox, and it calms me down so much. It just puts my mind in the right direction कि क्यों कर रही है तू, और तुझे क्या करना है, क्यों करना है, what matters to you, what is on your priority. It just sorts everything for me. So that is what I do.
Definitely. I think the thing you said about taking time out, that is very, very important. And I'd like all our viewers to, note it that, with all the work that you're doing, just make sure to take some time out for yourself.
Right.
Now, we're running out of time, so I'm just gonna go like move a little quickly. Uh, these are like the last questions that I have for you guys. Uh, Paras, this is for you.
Yeah.
What would you like to say to aspiring actors and others in the audience?
Okay, so to the aspiring actors, definitely I would say that please do follow your passion, because I think we only got one life, right? So we have to make. It's not about killing it in life or doing anything like that in that realm, but definitely please follow your passion. If in case you're an aspiring actor and want to do well in the industry and want to work in front of the camera, then you have to work hard and do follow your heart. But yes, be at it every day. And also I also want to give them a very practical advice, like when you yourself feel that things are not working out, then shift to a plan B. Because like I don't want to basically give a piece of advice where I just say that, listen, please do this and do that and it's going to happen for you. No, when you enter the real world, when the practicality hits you, it doesn't work the way you've thought in your head. That everything, yeah, because every day is not a Sunday. We have Monday to Saturdays also, and every day is very different. And it's a rocky ride. So if in case you are you are ready for it, first of all, then be a part of it. In case you feel that, oh my God, I'm just gonna like come and learn and make film karunga aur ho jayega kaam, so it's not like that. It doesn't work the way that. Like I feel that there are so many actors. I don't know. I think long time back somebody had told me, I don't know if the numbers are correct or not, that every day 25,000 people come to Bombay just to act, like not just to act, but to enter the industry, like which involves actors, writers, directors. And I was blown away by the number. I said, what, 25,000? That's a
I
lot
think
of.
we can also blame the Bollywood movies that say कि सबके सब मुंबई जा रहे हैं अपना सपना पूरा करने के लिए, तो लोगों को actually लगता है कि मतलब मुंबई में आएंगे and the city of dreams is going to fulfill all of their sapnas. So
नहीं नहीं
we have to blame Bollywood also.
नहीं होता है कि शाहरुख खान की पिक्चरें देख के अच्छा लगता है, वैसे पिक्चर ही
Yeah.
होती है. बट आप जब रियल वर्ल्ड में एंटर करते हो तो थिंग्स आर वेरी डिफरेंट. And what was the next part of it? I'm so sorry.
No, just like
Just that part.
aspiring actors and people in the audience. But
Yeah, that's it.
thank you for sharing that. Thank you so much. And I think that's going to help a lot of people here, because more than the, sugar coated things that people say, we need reality checks these days.
Yeah,
So
people have.
yeah.
You have to
I'm
be
glad
have
that you're pointed
to have a
out.
practical mindset in today's generation and today's world, time and world, and then act accordingly.
Correct.
Not you've thought about something and then you think it's going to work out. No, it doesn't happen that way.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Nayantara, this is for you. What would you like to say to our viewers today, especially young, confused trans people who are still, trying to find themselves?
I think one thing that anybody needs to know that there is no universal manual to follow with respect to your identity, not just for trans people, like anybody for that matter. Um, so just like for example, it's not necessary that trans women are only valid after they medically transition. There is this wrong notion that there is this choice of words like, okay, now you're actually a woman because you've like undergone, medical transition and all of that. No, there are pre-op trans women and they're as much women as any women out there. So there's so much bias within the trans community, within the LGBT plus community, which often gets brushed under the carpet, but it exists. There's this elephant in the room that nobody addresses. And as a trans model, I'm very happy, touchwood. I don't really have any complaints as such, but I think this, and also the fact that you don't really have to succumb to this conventional beauty standards and what the ideal femininity is like. There's so much that we've been subjected to these beauty standards since times immemorial that, this is supposed to look this way. This is the ideal body type. And, these are your ideal, the European beauty standards that came to us. So the fashion industry is changing. The conversation is happening. The momentum has changed. And today, the agencies, that the topmost agencies of India and international agencies, when you go through their models they have on board, you see all kinds of models. There is diversity. There is not your typical of that you used to see in the magazine covers before. And that's a great change. And of course, we have a long way to go. And there is so many. There are like transgender models in India, like Anjali Lama, and so many more that are doing some great work, like the ones that started out very early. And I think it's only going to get better, hopefully, inshallah. And I think what I would like to say is just like, don't succumb to what's happening around you. There's a noise, like I am a pre-op trans woman. So a lot of people ask me on a daily basis as to why you haven't medically transitioned. Wouldn't it sort of help you with your work and get you more work? I was like, I would do it if I want to do it. I'm not going to do it because some other trans woman is medically transitioned. Like I have so many friends, like, and so I think I'm quite stubborn that way, and I want to do things that I feel like doing. So there is no universal manual
Right.
for being a trans woman or anybody for that matter. So just listen to your heart and do what you want. As simple as that.
Absolutely. And I very much agree with you. And also on the fact that, the industry is changing. And I'm very, very glad about that. But we also have a long way to go. Now, coming back, we're running out of time. So, Alfia, this is for you. We're quickly going to wrap up after this. What are the some things that you'd want aspiring content creators to know?
I think number one would be that it's going to be a bumpy ride. Do not expect yourself to really show up on everyone's explore page and you're like viral, you're the internet sensation. It does not happen that way. You have to be very patient. And second thing is, there is too many people on the internet today. Like it's just like the fish is full. The like I mean like the sea is full of fishes right now, and it's just like there's so much competition, and it's very important at this moment to find your own voice. Like just be yourself, because people don't want to see any other who's already existed. So if you are bringing your own touch to anything that you do, it's really going to please people, because they want to see the real you, whatever it is. Just don't shy away from being yourself. And the third thing for me, the most important thing would be to understand your audience. I think content creation is one profession where it's not a one-sided job. We really care about what our audience thinks. We really care about what they want to see, because it's them who've got us where we are today. So understand your audience, see what they're liking, go and analyze your own insights, see what's getting you more people, what's getting you more traction, and be able to just build up on your strong points. So these are the three things that I personally feel should be known to any new content creator who's starting. Please be patient, find your own voice, and also know your audience.
Right. Thank you so much, Alfia, for all the points that you just gave. For all you guys who are watching, I'd just like to tell you that we're really sorry Meghna had some internet issues. But she sent love for everyone, and she won't be able to join. We're at the end, so I'm just gonna. I just want to thank all of you guys for taking time and coming for the panel. Thank you so much for coming here, and I'm sure there are so many people who are inspired by you and your stories and the amount of hard work that you put in every day. We're really glad that you're here for the panel. And once again, thank you for all the sponsors sponsoring this event and Kaleidoscope in general. With, I'd like to bring this meeting to an end. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you for having me. Thank you. It was so nice talking to you all. Thank you, Paras,
Have a lovely
Nayantara.
day.
It's always so
Thank
good to
you.
hear you, Nayantara. Thank you.
Same.
Yeah, very nice to
Bye.
hear. Bye bye. Bye bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
All right.
Thanks. Oh gosh.
Hello, can we leave because EC code begins? Cool, bye.
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 Can we stop the live, please?